Good morning, Manchester United fans all over the world. It is morning, and hope you're all doing well. Yeah, it's been weekend, and we've seen the bad performance. You know what? I got to put my hand up and say, look, I'm one of the PTSD fans that suffered really bad yesterday, and yeah, it is what it is. I cannot stand to lose, and I cannot stand to. it, you know, it felt like a little bit of a deflated hangover, but I didn't drink, to be honest. So, but you know what? First, it is not so bad as it is, to be honest. And I felt like obliged. I got to get up early in the morning, prepare. Let's all do this. Let's all breathe in, breathe out. Let's call this a therapy session. Weekend is over. Monday is starting. Is a new fresh week, and Ten Hag has a lot of things to take care of, according to my opinion. Let's do this cool and composed. Let's all breathe in and breathe out. Looking at basically Chelsea spending 1 billion and nothing to show for. It kind of reminisces a little bit of what we used to say as well. We spent 1 billion on transfer market, but nothing to show for. But oh my God, their performance yesterday stank totally, right? You bring on a Casado that you paid 150 million. We all saw the bants and rants and, got a penalty. And Liverpool that spent money on, McAllister and get a red card. It can't get better, can it? But guys, whatever you're drinking, whatever you're having, raise a glass because we are going to do this, people. I can all see you in the chat room. Let's all do this. Let's start this Monday fresh. Let's do it. Okay, let's go.
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Right, well, I feel welcome. Dit is my home and I want to achieve success. Okay?
Good morning again. I'm back. I had my sip of my coffee, whatever you having. Also, let me know where you're calling from. I can see Jamie Vane is in the house. DW Digital also saying good morning to you. Ashid Main Mia is also good morning, guys. Madhouse is back also saying good morning, Mick, and good morning to all of you. This is very unusual. I decided that I'm going to try to do this every Monday morning, at least to sort of, go over what's going on in the news, even if there's not much going on. I feel obliged to the community, as yesterday was a little bit of a licking the wound. We all did it. We all guilty about it. We're all soaking. But 48 hours later, we need to pick up the, and patch up the wounds and, defend Ten Hag in certain ways, because he's been getting a lot of stick in the ether, what I've been reading. And I've been thinking about it. It's basically a new system, and getting the signings over the line that don't really understand what he really wants. So it's kind of a little bit of a rebonding again, don't you think? It hasn't really clicked in yet. So most senior players look like they're not really at the races. We're talking about Bruno not really getting it, playing high line together with Mason Mount. Casemiro is not being fit enough. Martinez not really fit enough. Luke Shaw doesn't look fit enough either. So maybe it's time for Ten Hag to revert back to the way we used to play before we introduced a new system. That means the 3-2-1 instead of playing that new system, what we kind of seeing like 4-1-6 with 2 number 8s. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts and feelings is. If you Ten Hag, what would you do? What would you do differently for Saturday? Let me know in the comments below. Top of the morning to you. I'm going to read what you all have to say and give it a shout out, because here we're going to sort of stretch. Good morning, DW, one of our first team players. David is also in the house in the VAR room saying good morning to you, David Kamer. Where are you from? Let us know as well. Jamie, I see you, my friend. We all felt it yesterday. We did have a chat and we all throw our toys out of the pram. You got your all anger out yesterday and stayed out of all the socials. Same as me. It's very unusual for being me, but I felt it. I felt it to the very core, and I felt like I was hangover, but I didn't drink. Mitesh is also saying good morning. Mitesh, how you doing, my friend? I see you. Ashish is also in the house. Ashid, sorry. Good morning, guys. Madhouse again. Welcome to the House of Fun. It's Monday, Madhouse. Alistair Dirks is also saying good morning. Disappointed weekend. I trust Ten Hag. We will bounce back. Yeah. guys, I don't know. I felt a little bit disgusted when I saw some fans out there calling for Ten Hag's head. You know, it's not on, man. Just relax. It's the second game of the season. Just take us back to where we were last season. We lost 2 of our opening games. Remember, so at least it's a progression. I mean, form will come. I trust these boys. I trust they will become good. You know, but of course, it's disappointed. For me, it was all about getting the 3 points at the end of the day to rack up as many points as possible. But the season is long. The season is long, and we're going to play plenty of games, including all the cup games, including Champions League. But I get it. I do get it, and I felt it. Zorro is saying, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Zorro. How are you? We need a little bit of that masking tape, to be honest. Who do else to have? Darmil Sangani is also, you should tweet out more often about the transfer news. Yeah, I know. But we got to cover a lot of things today, to be honest, because, you know, Mick can only be Mick. Like, you know, I wish I could be like, you know, part of the despicable me and be 8 minimes, if you know what I mean. Paraki, eh? But it's only me. Like, you know, so sometimes I also need to take a little bit of a break. And yesterday was Sunday. Just, you know, just sometimes you feel like you just want to take a rug or take a blanket, throw it over your head and sleep and wake up fresh. And that's what I did, basically. So I'm back. We're all back as a community. As Musa saying, good morning, guys. Musa, good morning to you, my friend, as well. Carlos is back in the house as well, saying top of the morning to you, Mick, and fellow Manchester United fan. Top of the morning, Carlos, as well. I'm trying to warm up my vocal cords. I'm not a morning person. I got to sort of admit that. I need a little bit more of these bad boys. And I saw something that you can actually subscribe to called Buy Me a Coffee. So if you guys want to buy me a coffee, I love coffee. I wouldn't say no to that. David is saying also trying not to get frustrated, but with the Glazers messing about the team's performance, it's hard not to be angry. Yeah, we're going to talk about it, I guess. Like, you know, let's get this out of the system, guys. We are doing fine and dandy today. Up early with the crack of dawn. And Lisa, what will we do without our Lisa Jensen from Denmark? Good morning, everyone. Big up, big up, big up. Guys, do you reckon with the no firepower that you might see an introduction? Is it time for a Danish dynamo to be introduced to the squad against Nottingham Forest? We're talking about Rasmus Højlund. Will he be introduced? I'm very intrigued to find out. Let me know in the comments. David is from Spain. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. Tú, hey, David. LB is in the house as well. 300, 400 million spending, and we're still playing Ollie ball. Yeah, that is the midfield, which we are definitely going to cover as well. I just want it all to sort of stretch, warm up before we get into the news. LB, I get your point. Did no one United knew that Eric Ten Hag is rubbish regarding transfers? It's not about Ten Hag. We're going to talk about that as well, LB. So hold your beer and hold your thoughts before we continue. Fatty's in the house. Bobby, morning to you, Fatty. How are you doing, mate? I missed you, my friend. I missed you. Mitesh is saying also, how can these so-called fans already and quickly turn on the manager? Unbelievable. Yeah, I can say that. And sorry, YouTube algorithm, Mick Rib is all about support the team for fuck's sake. That's all I had to say. If there's any children watching, cover your ears because I'm not having it. I'm not having it. You know, what are you supposed to do? Sack the manager? We already seen that concept doesn't work. Look at Arteta, 4th season. He's actually flying. You know what I mean? Some people say, well, look what, this, Wolves coach, he only been charged 2. I mean, it's not the same, mate. It's not the same. You know, you got to look at where we were training PR tour, like, you know, flying over to US just to promote the team. And on a good note, yeah, that's good for the American fans to see the United faithfuls, like, you know, to get a chance to see a glimpse of the team. But on the other hand, like, you're playing AstroTurf, it's very toxic. We've seen injuries to Kobe Maino. They're traveling, accumulating about 60 hours, like, you know, back and forward, up in the States, back home, train. I don't know. I think Eric Ten Hag is very frustrated. But of course, you know, I personally got shocked as well that he stuck to his guns, played the same team against Spurs. But on the other hand, you got to also look at, you know, You got to look at the bench, who's ready, who's not ready, and obviously doesn't trust McTominay, doesn't fancy Maguire. And this time of the round, we have 2 weeks left of the transfer window. It is so important that we actually get the deadwood out. That is the stumbling block, according to my analysis, people. That is the stumbling block. So get it out of your system, people. We need to get a director of football ASAP. Otherwise, I'm afraid Eric Ten Hag gets sacked. It's not about all about the director of football. It's all about getting the outs right now, to generating the cash to get rid of the bench players that just stink up the place. Because what Eric Ten Hag is trying to do is to formulate the rules and principles, and formulate that togetherness. And the rules and principles hasn't really been followed, according to my opinion, and that is a little bit of a worrying sign. Jolly Malmin is in the house, Mr. Pepperoni Pizza as well. I have looked into the crystal ball. We are going to trash Forest and flush Arsenal in the toilet. There's the spirit, what I'm looking for. There's the Monday morning. Get it out of your system, people. Let's start fresh with Jolly Malmin's amazing morning message. You know what? Good morning to you from Denmark as well. Well, good morning to you, fellow Scandinavian. How you doing? Hvordan går det? That's Norwegian, but I don't know. How do you say it? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Musa is also here to say good morning, Mick. Please tell me about the 20 years of old Brazilian Marcos Santos. He scored yesterday, guys. Marcos Santos scored yesterday, and he's still available on the market for 15 million euros. Apparently, he was very tied in to join Roma, but that is kind of died. Is that the mystery signing that we are kind of going for? Because obviously we need a striker. We need a striker, people, and there's no value on the market at the moment. No, you let me know what other striker we can get. You can't simply bank on a Rasmus Højlund, 20-year-old. There's a lot of burden to put on a young Rasmus Højlund's shoulders. So therefore, I'm coming to that point later on, because that's part of the points that I'm going to talk about today as well this morning. But you guys are being so amazing. You keep coming. We all breathe in, breathe out, whatever. Somebody was from Spain. I say inhala, exhala. That's it. Roland is here. Lots of poor results this weekend, but also them teams playing style and identity. And IAM. Eric Ten Hag has no clue what his best side is. Brand of football. Think we lost the old boys. Yeah, that's kind of Roland what I was saying. Basically he's trying to play a new system, which is like the 4-1-6, leaving Casemiro, kind of like this.
You're pre.
So, he ended up starting with the same 11 and leaving Casemiro as the single pivot defender. I get that. And playing with 6 attacking formation line. But that involves to have your prolific number 9 like Rasmus Højlund. At least I was thinking that he could start with Jadon Sancho as a false number 9, because he's been playing Sancho as a false number 9 the whole preseason tour. But, we know one thing that we know about Ten Hag, he's quite stubborn. And the second half, at least the first half, what we saw that something was working. We were not lucky with, the VAR decision. Everyone was talking about it, the hand of God, or talk to the hand. And speaking about the referees, I mean, these new rules is ridiculous. Talk to the hand, and so many red cards was given up, so many yellow cards for even speaking to the referee. And even our captain was not allowed to speak to Michael Oliver. He went and spoke to Oliver, got a yellow card. What the hell is that all about? So the way I see it, what Ten Hag needs to do against Forest, will he stick to the same principles, or will he revert back to the way we used to play before? Because we don't have the personnel as of yet, because that midfield, that system is designed for midfielders like Sofyan Amrabat, like Gravenberch, XYZ. And we are absolutely going to talk about that as well. Because you got rid of a Fred, 100%, you got rid of Fred. At least Fred offered the engine, the destroyer. But when you have a Mason Mount playing high up, it looks like Mason Mount's been getting a lot of stick, but he's trying to understand what is my role in this formation. And Fernandes drifting out to the right is not a good idea either. The best thing you can do is to give the Bruno Fernandes the free roaming role that he used to have under Ole, to play that number 10, because he's been quite wasteful to my liking. And yet again, Onana, that's also a new goalkeeper, but that makes a difference. But the players still haven't really understood, how to play out from the back with Onana. I'm talking about the Wolves first game with Wolves, like, where you saw, Martinez was pinned back, you saw Shaw was pinned back. At least in the first half against Spurs, we saw a little bit of a progression and the amazing balls that he was pinging. If you remember that ball that went all the way to Garnacho and he almost scored. But anyway, I think that we need to sort of revert back to the 3-2-1 system, and barring if Martial is fit again or how long Martial can stay fit. I'm going to talk about that as well, because he doesn't truly trust Scott McTominay to come into the team as well. Anyway, so just going to continue to sort of, let's hope what Lise is saying, that Højlund will be in the squad soon. Yeah, let's see. Maybe that will be a soft introduction against Nottingham Forest, start from the bench. I think we will do that, actually. Ferry's also saying, sorry I couldn't be with you. I was on surfing course last week. Well, big up for you. Surfing is awesome. At least you're down by the ocean, catch a little bit of the ocean breeze and jump on the board, because I love surfing. I used to live in Western Australia. I used to surf with the great white sharks. Try that, mate. Okay, Lord Dennis. Oh, what a day. But let's keep it strong. And Ten Hag should change this way of playing and also put in a certain players at the right time. Garnacho is very good, but a substitute. Yeah, absolutely. You're reading my train of thoughts. I mean, why play Rashford as a number 9? He's not a number 9. Rashford is wasted as a number 9. Garnacho is too young to be given a start at the moment. For me, Garnacho is a weapon that can come in 65 minutes, into the game where the defenders are tired. Because there's one thing that defenders hate, and that is somebody that is direct, constantly bombing at them. I also need to sort of criticize Anthony Dos Santos for not being direct enough, because clearly when you see that a young police just coming in, he's got that bastardness about him. He keeps like harassing. What I want to see is that one trick pony to actually be more direct, to challenge, because he's got it in his locker room. I don't know why he's hesitating. I don't know. Has he been told to not to go forward? Has he been told to be more defensive? We're yet to find out. Madhouse is also saying that I think we started well, should have been 2 up. 100%. We hit the woodwork a lot. 100%. David is also saying early days, but we need to get this sorted out soon. Yeah, Ten Hag has a lot of things to be sorted out. Let me see who else haven't been shouted out. Bushula Ivan is also, our bench is weaker in the league. Yeah. Good morning, Mick. Good morning, Lisa, as well. Listen, I'm totally alone. Let's dive into the news, what I want to cover today, guys. Let's do this. Okay, we all seen it, the Chelsea spending 1 billion, and they introduced the Casado and he got a penalty, and at least that was a little bit of a laughter from my side, and Liverpool also, with the McAllister getting a red card. But we're not here to look at what other teams are doing. But if you look at it, they haven't really recruited well either, right? Chelsea spent 1 billion. And they have a striker called Jackson that looks all over the shop, to be honest. Bruno and Mount, what we discussed, simply doesn't work together. They need to be sit down to have clear instructions by Ten Hag. And I believe that this week, having to look at the analysis, bring up the iPad and show them, look, this is the way I want you to play. You're not playing against my rules and principles, X, Y, Z. But however, we're going to dive into the stories as of today, as we desperately need to give a phone call to Amrabat's agent to say, listen, let's go, let's do this. If we're going to play this system what Ten Hag wants, we need an Amrabat and we need a Gravenberch in. So I've been scanning the news. Yesterday I was in the WhatsApp chat with Alfredo Padula regarding Amrabat, and some rumors that I was reading today is still fake news. Liverpool still cannot get over it that he's been snubbed. Jurgen Klopp called up to ask about the situation. Amrabat gave the same answer. No, thank you. I'm waiting for Manchester United. So I do expect Manchester United, after these 2 shitty performances, to be honest, to give, a call to Amrabat's agent and let's sort this out ASAP. That has to be the priority. Also, Gravenberch, as per my understanding, you have a battle between Liverpool and Manchester United. It's been reported also today that Liverpool is also looking for Gravenberch services. And if that is so, that we are looking to sort of bring it in on a season loan with an option to buy, is this something you will do? 100%. There's two different players that we will get into that midfield, because if you look at Sofyan Amrabat, he's that number 6 that can also play the number 8 that has an endless engine that can run up and down. But with the Gravenberch in that team as well, which is a more of a ball carrier, then you can play that system that Ten Hag wants, that 4-1-6 system, right? And then you introduce the likes of Højlund into it. So that is something that we can definitely trigger. But what is holding this up? Is it Donny van de Beek that is holding it up? You know, even if we get a Donny out, that frees out the wage bill. So this is a massive, massive week for Eric Ten Hag, you know, and the development still regarding Harry Kane. Oh my God, like, you know, he was not part of the squad. And this is kind of a little bit of a war of attrition, war of leverage, because Manchester United and West Ham had in principle that the deal is done. The only thing is Harry Maguire's head saying that I want something bigger. But if you actually look at the performance, Harry Maguire, yesterday, that was a astute performance by West Ham. You know, they beat Chelsea with 10 men down, 3-1. And I was kept thinking to myself, would you fit in that system? I don't think so, right? I don't think so. So sometimes you have to look yourself in the mirror and to say, is my ability and playing style suiting something bigger that I want? But surely Ten Hag is not going to play him. Surely Ten Hag is not going to start him on the bench. Surely Ten Hag is not probably going to sign a Pavard, or, you know, what was the other? That's not his priority, according to my opinion. His priority is to fix that midfield, you know, because he's seen it probably the same what we've seen it. Ain't working, because 2 games in a row, they've been slicing through our midfield like a butter in a frying pan. That shows you that we cannot play Casemiro, a 30-year-old Casemiro, as the single holding midfielder. We need to play a double pivot. In certain games, we need to have an Amrabat, or in certain games, you have to rotate, right? So Pavard is most likely, according to the reports that I read today, is going to join Inter. But is a Pavard the answer what Ten Hag needs? Pavard is kind of a little bit of a hybrid, a little bit of a centre back, a little bit of a right back, or is it more that Ten Hag is kind of looking at, maybe I should hold on, like maybe I should just wait for the right player to come on board, that if we get Harry Maguire out of the door, we can still manage, because we signed Johnny Evans as apparently in 1-year deal. So we're good in the centre back positions, because, you know, the first choices are Lisandro Martinez and Varane. And if these people are injured, we can have Luke Shaw stepping into that position to play Lisandro Martinez role. And then we have, you know, Lindelof as well. So we're good. I think we're good. Where we need to spend our money is the striker position right now, and we need to spend the money on the midfield. Let me know what you think. But also the links of Verratti, which is absolutely insane, that came out yesterday. I was going like, what the hell is going on here? Verratti, 30-year-old, injury-prone, the crook, Verratti. Yeah, I rate Verratti. He's great. He's been a great loyal servant for PSG, but he only plays an average 22 games per season because of injury. If you go over his injury list, oh my God, you go thinking like, how is this guy even standing up? His body's totally beaten up. So the best probably solution is to get him over to Saudi League. You know, they will pay a lot of money for him, but I don't want another, like, you know, injury-prone player just for the name of it. Verratti is a good player, 100%, but then he will be like a Cavani, you know, plays a couple games here and there. So what's the point of having a Verratti or a name? You know, it's better off that we get, like, you know, the Amrabat, that we get the sort of Gravenberch on a season loan, you know. That's my thoughts and feelings. I want to go and see what you guys are saying as well. You know, let me see. Yeah, the press is so quick to jump on the back of a manager and play so biased. 100%. It is the Manchester United tax. Like, you know, they are so quick to judge that we are shit, that we signed bad quality signings. And you know what? Shame on you, fan base, as well, because you get inflicted as well. Like, you know, you could see that knives was out sharpening as soon as we lost the game. I knew that this was happening. I knew it, you know. some people say, well, sack the manager. No, that's not the solution, mate. Like, relax, cool. We are not there yet. Like, we are a little bit slow off the blocks as per usual, right? And yeah, you can blame it that it's been a poor recruitment, but look at it from a transfer window perspective. Like, we got our first signings, 3 priority signings over the line, and the second part of that transfer window was to focus to get the outs out. We are halfway there. The stumbling block is to get rid of Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire. Well, I reckon it's not over until the fat lady sings. I reckon that sooner or later, like, Harry Maguire will go. Scott McTominay will go. Brandon Williams will go. There's a lot of players that will go, right? So it's early days yet to sort of be critical. Of course, we got to criticize the team performance. Of course, that's what we're here for. But that 3 points, what DW Digits is saying, was better than last season. 100%. I'm glad that you started to wake up and smell the coffee. Last season, opening games, Brighton and Brentford, 2 losses, and then we kicked on, right? So I believe that the players are a little bit slumbering. We desperately need Marcus Rashford to wake up. We desperately need Casemiro to wake up to find the form. Leach as well. There's a lot of senior spine players that really hasn't hit the form yet. But, I guess we will. Like, like David is to say, Michael Oliver never gives us anything. 100%. How many yellow cards? And that was a clear-cut penalty. Handballing. I want to know what. You know what? There was even Bruno was saying that some Michael Oliver came in and apologized, that said that it should be a penalty. Why didn't you give it? According to my opinion and according to the rules, Garnacho's shot was a Garnacho. He was shooting. The ball was going towards the goal. It was a goal scoring opportunity, and it was a stop by the hand that was out here. The hand was not here. It was not in a natural position. So if you stop the ball and the ball gets deflected out to the corner, it definitely should be a penalty, according to my opinion. But no. I mean, the VR are shambles, and 100%, it's Manchester United. Love them, hate them, adore them, but never ignore them, to be honest, right? Stockport Tropics is saying, sorry, I'm done with Ten Hag. Pre-seasons was terrible. The last 2 league matches was shocking, and no improvements, no style, no tactics. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Stockport, but what is your solution in that case? Do you reckon we should just sack the manager in the beginning of the season? Then what? We're screwed for the rest of the season. Who else should we bring in? No, I don't think so, mate. But this is your opinion. Like, we're here to sort of have a therapy session. And if you think that is the solution, then I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. What we should do better. If you were Ten Hag, what would you have done differently? To be honest, we play what we have. I looked at it and I kind of understood that he looked at the bench. No, these players are not fit yet. So the best way is to just revert to the safe way, to play the 3-2, to play that 4-3-2-1 system, and until everyone is fit and firing, and then you can sort of revert back to the 4-1-6, which is the original plan. But that is my opinion. But I really appreciated your thoughts and feelings. But let us know as well. Ramo is in the house. The Zerbi ball, yes. How good is the Zerbi ball? I said in the start of the season that watch out for Brighton and the Serbi. This guy is sick. Well, maybe the Serbi is the manager that you want. We always want the next up-and-coming thing. But, just give it time. Give it time. And we'll be good. What about the story of, let me see. Let me know what you think needs to be fixed at the end of the day. Like, if you were Eric Ten Hag, what would you have done differently? If you were given the keys to the kingdom to be Ten Hag or the gaffer, what would you have done differently? Who would you recruit, right? Knowing that we know today. And for me, it's clear and obvious that, we're not done yet on the transfer market. We need to get the outs sorted out first. And that has caused a massive problem, right? That has caused a big problem. But another thing that I want to bring up, that it's not going away, is Tchouaméni. What's going on with Arian Tchouaméni? Reports coming out that Real Madrid hasn't really given up on, signing Mbappe this season, simply because they're obsessed. 100%. They've been chasing his skirt for ages, right? Flirting and flirting and flirting. And Florian Perez, I was reading now, will make up his decision regarding Tchouaméni. But where is he going? I know that Liverpool has been sniffing around. I know that the reports about Manchester United has also been sniffing around. Will it be like a surprise signing at the end of the day that we get a Tchouaméni? Wow, that'd be something. But I'm too PTSD to believe it, right? But what if? Just what if? Just imagine if we get the Tchouaméni as a CDM next to Casemiro. Wow, that'd be something, right? Cool, man. Keep Rashford, what you are saying, on the left for starters. I agree. Now we start to sing from the same Spotify hymn sheet, to be honest. Support, Carlos is saying, support someone else, then Stockport, Manchester City. You're looking for fans fulfilling the group. Yes, true. There are always salty rivals in this chat port. I'm not saying sacking the manager is what you're saying, boys. He'll be sacked by himself. No, we're not going to do this. We're not going to go down this road, man. This is a recipe that does not work. You know, I do appreciate it, but it's not a recipe that works. We've done this so many times before. Always blame the manager. No, not this time around. Give him fucking 3-4 years. See what Arteta has done. Like, you know, have they sucked Arteta when he was almost getting sacked? No, they gave him time. They gave him players. You know, it takes time to embed your philosophy. And this time around, okay, you got new blood in. You're trying to implement a new system. It ain't clicking as of yet, but it's no. I don't know. 2 games in, should we just sack him? I don't think so. I don't think that is the solution, my friend. That's just my opinion. Can we get Giancarlo as for the forward? Nacho as the forward? I don't know. DW is also saying Martial has been on the bench for the last 2 games, so he must be fit enough. Yeah, why is he not starting? Well, here's the thing. If Martial can stay fit, here's what I want to discuss about. Here's what needs to be done this week. Sort out the outs ASAP. Sort out the Mason Greenwood situation, because that's caused the divide and conquer and the toxic environment within the fan base. Let us know what the hell is going on there, because if you're not going to go for a striker, this is what I see, right? I always back the club, no matter what, right? I'm not player FC, but we clearly see that we need firepower. And if Mason Greenwood will be staying, let us know. At least we have options from the bench there as well. I know he hasn't kicked the ball for 12 months, but it's certainly we need all the help that we can get at the moment. If we're not going to go and buy a striker, let's say if we're going to go a Marcos Leonardo, he's still a young striker from Brazil, a young prospect. Are we going to rely on Rasmus Højlund to carry the burden as a number 9? Don't think so. So Martial as a senior player will not probably play all the games, but he will be a rotational player. So if Martial can stay fit, let us know what you think. I mean, Martial still needs to get up to match fitness. So we do have a little bit of problems there, to be honest. Musa Saudi Kinu is saying it's not the coach, but the team needs materials. I mean, quality materials, Mick Ruby. Trust me, I love Man United very much, but I don't want to see my team in this poor form. Yeah, that's it. You hit the nail on the head here, my friend. We are not in form as of yet. And I trust that the team will hit the peaks, right? That's all we can do, right? That they will sort it out, you know. Rest assured, if we know our gaffer by now, he probably will have taken the other side, took the iPad and showed them individual analysis. Where did you get wrong? And you didn't follow my rules and principles, you know, in certain ways. I think as soon as that ball went in on the deflection, we went back to slumbering mode. Everything went out the door. Bruno went, I don't know, missing. Him and Mount was playing too high up. And again, we were seeing that the same situation, what we saw with Wolves, leaving Casemiro single-handedly to handle that, you know, single defensive role. Bonjour, Karen. Bonjour, Karen Reed. Bonjour, bonjour. Why are you saying bonjour? Are you French? Bonjour. Yeah, I will say bonjour back. Ça va. Hope you're doing well. Listen, Yeah, well, no, I know it's divide and conquer. Like, you know, I'm just tired of this Greenwood situation, and apparently we were supposed to have some news, and apparently what there was reading in the reports from the Athletic is that they have done the HR investigation and they have compelling evidence that's not been available for the public domain. And if we know what they know, we will change our minds. I'm dying to understand what that will be, right? If they show that they've done the investigation, there's been nothing wrong falling done, even if we heard the tapes and all that stuff, I'm not going to put my opinion to it. I'm always looking from a holistic perspective, 360 degrees, what's best for the club. And right now we need all the help we could need. So bonjour to you. So I'm not crying. I'm not thinking. I'm just need more coffee here to fill up my beans, guys. Anyway, I hope we all warmed up now. I hope we all warmed up. So we are playing on Saturday, by my understanding, and there's planned protest. I'm up for it. I'm up for the protest because clearly the Glazers needs to sell the club. You know, we need some form of clarity, but when you think about it, it is too much for a fan base to handle right now. And the reaction after the Spurs game is accumulation of everything. I don't know if you can recognize it, but you know, with the sales takeover, with the Greenwood situation, with us losing, with the transfer market, it kind of leads that we are lashing out. And when you lash out, you know, it's so easy to put your finger to blame somebody instead of yourself, right? You know, instead of using your common sense, logic, and reasoning to take a deep breath and think about it, you know. But we are so quick to sort of sharpen at the knives and blame somebody. You know, we blamed Mason Mount, we blamed Rashford, we blame Eric Ten Hag is shit, everything is shit. But really, what is really shit? I mean, I refuse to fall into that category. And yesterday, I actually fell into the trap myself, which made me really depressed. And mental health is something that I'm here for, to support, right? But sometimes you got to put your hand up to say, like, yesterday was not a good day for me as well. Like, don't talk to me, you know. I've been trying to keep positive, but sometimes, yeah, you have one of those days, right? But today, this morning, I woke up, thought about it to say, nah, it's got to be better improvement, guys. Let me know what you think as well, guys. Let's see. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the VIA room. We should trust Eric. Yeah, we just need the Glazers gone. I agree with Lenza Jr. saying, Gary, welcome. Good morning, Gary. Anyone calling the manager's head need to give their heads to the wobble and go support some plastic clubs. Plenty of to choose from. Big up, Gary. I really respect that. I am backing Ten Hag. You know, he's the best thing that happened to the club ever since actually Sir Alex Ferguson retired. If you can't see that, if you can't give him, like, you know, this is a second season, if you can't understand that what he did last season was just performing miracles, like, you know, to take that squad that was down tooling the season before and to finish third to get a silverware, and you're now calling his head. This is a fucking disgrace, according to my opinion. Sorry, YouTube algorithm, for swearing. Look, back to Sir Alisson days as a manager. Fan back in were calling for him to be sacked. 100% Alistair went into the FA Cup and Euro Cup, Winners' Cup. Yeah, we have a long way to go. But as per default, I understand all the negativity. I understand, and what I said before, it is by default that we go back to the PTSD mode and we hit that panic button and start blaming everything else but ourselves. You know, I want us to sort of start believing. I want us to sort of start being more cool and composed, like having a little bit of a reasoning. You know, I realized that I fell into the trap myself yesterday. I tried to be the motion sickness pill by being more rational, by being more realistic, by being more positive. But yeah, I get it. There's days when you're absolutely feeling shit. And I'm a sore loser, to be honest. I do. But today is a new day. Why not is what Karen's saying. Why not fed up with Kip saying it? Hi, lol. Yes. Bonjour. I say it again. Karen, where are you from, by the way? Curious to understand where you're calling from as well. We will improve what Bobby is saying. 100%. That's the fighting spirit, people. Get up there to the grave. My biggest problem, what John Jones is saying, United owners, is the United owners. It'll be all at the end of the day. They go, every transfer window is like Groundhog Day. Yeah, but this time around it was a little bit different. I'm trying to explain the way I saw it. That in the beginning of the transfer phase, we got the key targets, what's been identified. Phase number 2 was to get rid of the dead wood, to trim the squad and get in the quality. And now we coming to the crunch time. 2 weeks left of the transfer window. Give the call up to Sofyan Amrabat. Get him in as soon as possible. Get the loan deal if we are in for Gravenberch, which clearly we are. Get a loan deal for sort it out with Bayern Munich. You know, that should sort you out, right? 100%. Don't go if you sell a Maguire. We don't need to sort of invest that money to get another centre back. But that's my opinion because centre back position is kind of sorted out. We have so much to look forward. I agree what you're saying, Bobby, as well, Fatty. In Eric Ten Hag, we trust. Yep, support the team. Karen is saying here, Eric Ten Hag is not going anywhere, mate. He's done wonders since Sir Alex Ferguson. Now we're talking. Get into that gravy train. You're from UK, I can see that. Yes. Whereabouts in UK? 100%. Let's see. Listen, so what's going on here is what I keep reading from. I'm now looking at One Football app as well to see that Dean Henderson looks like he's going to go find a club as well. So we're looking to bring in another reserve goalkeeper, what I'm reading here as well. From where is it from? I'm just reading the story right now. What's his name here? Benfica's goalkeeper, Odysseus Vlachid. I can't read it. Is it Greek? Odysseus Vlachidimos. Yeah, it's a name that I haven't heard, but I keep slaughtering his name. I'm sorry. Let's see. What else is new here? Yeah. Crystal Palace are looking to sign Dean Henderson. Get it over the line, son. Yes. Florentina general manager Sofyan Amrabat admission 100%. That came in another hour ago. Let's read this together. Let's bring up to the screen. Because apparently, Liverpool faithfuls newspaper was saying, oh, well, we're still in for Amrabat. Amrabat has rejected it. Let's bring up this latest story to the stream and read it all together because this is one of our targets. Of course, this comes from Sam Peoples, the People's person, though. Fiorentina general manager in Sofyan Amrabat admission. What does this mean, people? Sofyan Amrabat, a Manchester United target, was announced a substitute during Fiorentina's weekend in the win over Genoa in Serie A. So he was on the bench as a substitute. So let's see what this story has to say. There's a lot of creative writing. Yada yada yada. XYZ. Yeah. Manchester United are reportedly almost certain to launch a bid by the end of the transfer window. And here we go, personal teams. Oh, nothing has changed, people. That is just another story. As what we've been saying, personal terms agreed. Intermediates has kind of have a pre-agreement. They've been working out this deal. All Manchester United need to do right now, pick up the phone, give them the money, and off we go. He's a Greek goalkeeper. Yes, 100% what you're saying, Alan Haya, but I never heard of him. So, guys, do you reckon we need a goalkeeper? Yes, you're from Chelmsford. Essex, just south of London. Yeah, no, wait a minute. It's north of London, isn't it? I'm not so good with the geography. But anyway, wanted to come and see Arsenal versus United in London, but apparently the tickets are ridiculous. £500. That's a robbery. Anyone's got tickets going? Give me a shout. I want to go. Let's have a party. Director Me, welcome. Gravenberch, what you are saying is an average, just like Sabitzer. We are not serious club. But Director Me, guess what? It's all about quality squad. That at the end of the day, that's what I'm seeing, right? If we can get help in that midfield, something that we don't have at the moment, because Scott McTominay doesn't offer that. He's much sideways. A Gravenberch that understands Ten Hag's system is an easy no-brainer for me. That's a ball carrier in the midfield, together with an Amrabat that's more of a destroyer, like box-to-box tank going up and down. All of a sudden, you have energy and you have a ball carrier. So, yeah, why not? Why not? What's Stockport saying here? Mick, what a successful season for you. What would you be happy with, mate? Good question, Stockport. Tropics. That is a good question. Successful season for me. Just take it day by day, mate. Match by match. For me to finish third last season was an overachievement. That was just like winning a silverware was good enough. But now we are in Champions League. What I do expect is to finish still top 4, second. Even if we see it's early season, like, if you can come second, win another silverware, qualify deep into the Champions League, maybe go for FA Cup, that's a good season for me, right? But it's all depending on, like, it's too early for me to say. Let me know what you think. What is a good season for you? What would you be happy with? Another silverware, 100%. I take that. Let me see what Arinchuku Kinsley. Mr. Kinsley, I cannot read your first name. I'm dyslexic, so I don't want to slaughter your name, to be honest. I'm just being genuine here to say Anthony should change his playing styles because it seems to be common that all EPL defenders. Yes, I talked about earlier. He's becoming very, very predictable. And I was defending him in the first season because it was his, embedded period. But now I'm putting more pressure on Anthony Dos Santos. He needs to be more direct. He needs to challenge more. He's becoming this one-trick pony that everyone knows he's going to cut into the left and do his signature curler. That's not what we want. We want something like Garnacho constantly running at defender. If he's not going to play, I understand that he's a Ten Hag boy, and I understand that we bought him for such expensive money. But if you have a like of Pellistri that is challenging, that is very direct with low center of gravity, play Pellistri and put him on the bench. If you look what Ten Hag did with Rashford, remember that disciplinary Rashford, he took him off the bench. Rashford came back more hungry, and this is where Rashford started to score. This is something that I see that Ten Hag might have to do again. Take those players out the side, put them in the sim box, come back when you're ready to play. But in the meantime, play hungry players that wins you games. That's just my opinion. Ramo, big up to you. Good morning. Signing Mount and Anthony sackable though. Nah, we're not going to go that way. That's your opinion, mate. Gravenberch never got a chance at Bayern. Yeah, he's a great talent. Yeah, because you see, Bayern Munich is like a Hoover. It's like a vacuum cleaner in the Bundesliga. They just hoover up everything and they put him on the bench. That's why you saw they hoovered up like, Gravenberch. They hoovered up like, the likes of who the hell? I'm just lost my train of thought now. The guy that we have on loan that's not playing now for, we were just mentioning him before. God damn it. Need more coffee, guys. I cannot lie. What's his name? Like, please help. Anyway, you know what we mean. They just keep sucking up all the entire talent that's available in Bundesliga, and they never play them. Like, so even Gravenberch wants to play first team football. Like, they're sitting there on the bench. Same with Pavard. You're just sitting on the bench. I don't know. Sabitzer. Yes, Sabitzer. Thank you for even Mick Ruby's brain is tired. And we've been doing this stream now for, 48 minutes. I'm still trying to wake up, guys. Anyway, Saudi clubs are more info Kante, Saudi clubs for Martial, Saudi clubs for Verratti. What else? This window is not over yet. It's more crazy than we've seen. There might be some surprises. Where is Tchouaméni going? Surely not Liverpool. Liverpool is sniffing around. Do they have money? Liverpool this time around has done a madness, not speaking to the player. They've just gone straight to the horse's mouth, offering the money, and they keep discussing, and then they find out that the player is not really keen to join the club. We have Jamie Wayne, change your place, switch it up. What do we have? Rob Boyson. Hi, Mick from South Africa. Yes, Big Safa, Springboks in the house. Fully back, Eric Ten Hag says, yes, it's disappointing to lose like we do Saturday, but there's always room for improvement. That's what it is. Leave yourself with some wiggling room. You know how it is. How's the load sharing going over there? I feel so sorry for you guys. So glad, sometimes you have power, sometimes you don't. I have a lot of friends that live down in Joburg as well, and it's a disaster, apparently. I hope that solved that situation, my friend. Gary Kyle, Anthony needs to be benched for a couple of weeks. Pellistri is more effective on the right at the minute. Guys, again, before we close the stream, I want to hear from you. I definitely want to hear from you. As Liverpool is pretending they're broke, what Simon Heron is saying, they have money to spend. They do. But they're not going to get our target. The Casado money. Yes, the Casado money. Where did that come from? All of a sudden, we have money. Maybe they will go for Tchouaméni. Maybe they will get Tchouaméni. That's going to be a mystery. I don't know, guys. Let me know before we close the shop. If I give you an assignment right now, think about it. And we will catch up later on this evening as well, because we're doing Jarvis Corner's Corner. I think it's going to be 9 o'clock UK time as well. But think about it. If you don't have an answer right now, if you were Ten Hag right now, if you were in this situation right now, what would you do differently for next week, for the weekend? What would you do differently? Let me know in the comments. Leave a message, whatever you would do. If you were given the job for this week to be Ten Hag, what would you have done? Would you pick up the phone, get Gravenberch over the line? Would you say, pick up the phone to Murto, go fetch me the Amrabat now? What would you done differently? Let me know. Who would you bench? I'm trying my best, man. I am not a morning person. Great show. Thank you. I'm trying to gas it up. You know, I'm a fucking night owl, to be honest, and sorry for swearing. But for me to get up early this morning, you should know my work schedule. It's crazy, right? So there's 2 weeks left of the transfer market. There's a lot of things to be done. Thanks for the compliment. I hope we all did this together. Like a morning session, Monday blues, get it out of your system. Inhala, exhala, breathe in, breathe out. And here we go. Like, you know, it's a new week, new dawn, new page. Get that out of the system. Don't sack the manager. Support the team, for fuck's sake, because that's what we're going to do here. Till then, slap Joel and Amber. That's what we should aim the energy from. Don't sack the manager. Focus your anger on Joel and Abram's ugly ponytail, and I will give you money if somebody can shave that off. Until next time, guys. Have a good one. Pick up, yes, Otto, you will pick up the phone and get Sofyan. Will you personally drive that to pick him up as well? I would, 100%. Simon Henry Murto is in Barcelona trying to get the young, or he's having a second date dinner with what's his name, Veronique. What's his name? Rabiot. Yes. He's having wine and dine with Rabiot's mom. Yeah, it's a farce, people. It's a farce. But you know what? It's not perfect. Love them, hate them, adore them, but never ignore them, people. Thank you all for tuning in, for staying with me. Thank you for being my therapy session this morning. I hope we can all smile and look forward for a week ahead. Tune in later on this evening with Jarvis Cocker's Corner. I think we will have Uncle Jimmy on, and I think we'll have Stu Wally as well. Guys, thank you. And enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Mick Ruby having my say, and hopefully I made your day. You know, that's all, folks. You know, peace, love, and go bananas. And thank God we have an anana. Oh, did we change the slogan, Mick? I don't know. Is it peace, love? Thank God we have an anana. Anyway, that's all. Enough of me. Had enough of coffee. Great show. Get great people. Great interaction. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. I need another coffee. That's all, folks. Bye.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.